Hey everyone, welcome to Game 2 from our best of 3 mixed group F from the IntoStarCraft Team League. Here between the red Terran Francis, who was able to take out that first game with some really nice positioning, taking advantage of the hidden base from our blue Protoss buddy here on the bottom left in Zanaga Cabins, TAScarecrow. And let's just get that name little thingy up right now. So this is best of 3. Game 1 going to Francis, as I mentioned just beforehand. So let's see if Francis is going to be able to close out this series 2-0 and advance to the round of 4, or if Scarecrow is going to be able to force an ace match at the very least. And it looks like that Scarecrow, surprisingly, is going to be building up probes. He's got a pretty cool icon right there. It looks like a cow, an alien cow. Oh yeah. And so already we're going to be seeing Francis put down the infamous supply depot behind the guys that are going to be able to restrict some movement at his will, just because he can borrow it and unborrow it as he likes. I'm not really sure what to talk about at the moment. So Zanaga Cabins. Bio is also very strong on this map. Mech is also very strong on this map if you are a patient one. Yeah, just because this base is so big inside drop play. Very popular to do, especially while you expand. Especially with a few tanks. Once the Terran gets this gold with the Planetary Fortress, extremely hard to break unless you have some sort of harass going on. Unless he's forgotten detection, in which case you should always win that as Protoss. DTs are awesome. And so Francis just going to be going barracks, gas once again, gateway gas also. And yeah. Not really much to talk about, I'm so sorry. But it looks like that Francis is actually going to be ramping up his APM even more, averaging 326. That is 322. That is crazy. That is crazy. And yeah, it looks like some worker harass going on. And really what Scarecrow could do if he's got the APM for it, actually what Francis can do, just because he is showcasing some APM, is that he could like semi-mine off one of these mineral patches and deny mining for the probes, which will essentially shut down one of these mineral patches. It's really annoying to deal with, and it's pretty difficult to do while nailing a build order, while nailing an opening at least. And here we see that Scarecrow is just going to be a little bit late on his call. No, actually he's just going to be right on time because I am Asian and blind. But looks like that Francis is just going to be opening up with the same Marine Tech Lab opening. And I wouldn't expect to see anything different. We may see a Reaper actually, just because Reapers are sexy. Of course, he's just going to prove me wrong. Marauder coming out and actually getting concussive shells on time this time in this build. Expect to see him put out a second Marine and expand after this as well. In the first game, he actually didn't get concussive shells till very late. Actually during the command center, I believe, which is not good. Not good at all. First Sentry actually coming out very late. He's not getting Warp Gate either, so Scarecrow definitely feeling some nerves at the moment. This should never be an upgrade that you delay in the slightest. He needs to chrono boost that out right now. Looks like he was trying to be too fancy right there and actually forgot his third pylon for a little bit. This sentry is going to come out really late, and really what the sentry says to me is that he wants a faster second gate, he wants a faster third gate, or he wants to expand off this first gate. And with Francis just going to be doing the same opening, actually getting a second Marauder instead of a second Marine. With this first opening, he's going to be able to expand very easily, and looks like that Scarecrow is just going to elect to do that. One gate expand. Kind of a guess because he's doing it a little bit in the dark. Oh no, I'm so sorry, he did see the command center go down. So he knows exactly what is going on in Francis's head at the moment. Expect to see 2 more racks being put down very soon. Stim pack even on the way, and combat shield should be following that very shortly. And what do we see in Scarecrow space? We should see a lot of gateways going down very soon. He may be going for a robo actually, just because he's stockpiled quite a lot of gas. Or he may just not get production facility. That's fine too. That's also okay. What I'd really like to see is another sentry coming out really. Because sentries are so good, you need to start stockpiling these energy. And PVT, if they go bio, these choke points are just so good when defending your expansion, because it only takes 3 force fields to lock off like half the army. They're either forced to walk all the way around. Of course, a lot of Terran players will just A move it, so they won't actually do that. But it's really, really advantageous, especially early mid-game. But looks like that we're actually going to be seeing a pretty deadly push coming out of Francis. 3 Marines, 2 Marauders, no SCVs actually being brought along for the ride. And this Nexus is going to feel really, really, really vulnerable. These second and third gates should have been down a long time ago. So Scarecrow actually needs to start chrono boosting out his units. And now he's going to see these units. The Nexus just finishes, unfortunately, so he cannot cancel it. These units definitely need to start engaging right now. Probe's even along for the ride. And so one force field, and really if he had that second force field out, he could have been able to isolate a Marauder, allow the Zealot to do some work, but here it looks like micro walls. The Stalker does go down, and this could be really, really bad. Probes against infantry with one Zealot. Oh, tried to get a surround off on that Marauder right there with the force field and the Zealot, but unable to, just a little bit too slow. And really Francis isn't doing too much on the micro. He's just microing around this first Marauder, but really he could be scoot and shooting all these infantry units. And finally, luckily, just in time, these 3 warp gates finished. And of course he doesn't warp in Stalkers, he's got so much gas, but he's gonna have enough to at least force Francis to feel like he has to back away. Really, if he had Stimpack, oh, Stimpack's just gonna be kicking in right now. He could do some epic kiting right now if he wanted to, but he will not be. And here we do actually see a proxy Twilight Counter coming out of Scarecrow. Not really sure why he's putting it here, but sure, why not? So Scarecrow actually taking a lot of chances in this series. Just going to be hiding buildings left, right, and center. He's also got a couple of extra gateways. So keep in mind, he's just going to be going for a Zealot charge. Maybe even going for a 6 gateway Zealot charge. But, oh my gosh, he's actually stopped mining gas completely. So this is a really sexy build. He's just going to be building Zealots with charge. He's got 2 bases. He's got the first 2 gases, but he's not mining from them at all. And he's just going to be taking minerals to build up his Zealot count to a ridiculous amount. And basically say, hey, if your micro isn't good enough, you're going to die. But he's also stockpiled a lot of gas, so I really wouldn't mind him pumping out a couple of sentries as well. Just to get those force fields down behind the bio units. And I think he really needs that at the moment. Let's take a look at what Francis has. He's got some infantry, so if he bunkers up, if he kites properly, he should be able to hold this off, I think. But really, this build's actually quite crazy. I might try it just because it looks pretty cool. And here we do see a lot of sentries actually being made from Scarecrow. So feeling pretty good. Proxy pylon going behind these high reads, and actually just out of vision of those supply depots. They just like hate each other. But really this is bad for Scarecrow, because if he warps in right now, these Zealots are not going to be able to help out just in case that supply depot is lifted right there. And even sending Zealots around the back way, know that he's just going to regroup right now. Let's open the units tab. Oh, it was open that whole time. How embarrassing. More Zealots being streamed in. And really, he needs a proxy pylon right here or something. Actually, this pylon actually forcing Francis' army out of position. Scarecrow needs to go right now. Zealot charge has finished. Stimpack is finished, though. And concussive shells. All the SCVs being brought off the line. Guiding shield going up. He needs to encapsulate these bio forces. Some poor force fields really going down. Didn't manage to trap any of them. Another force field going down right here. A little bit better placed, but actually helping out Francis right now. Just one Zealot able to get in those hits. And actually this SCV count going down so quickly. Just keep your eye on that working count right now. Really testing out Francis's micro. And the Zealot's actually just going to town on these workers. So if Scarecrow is able to force field this ramp, he could get a lot of extra hits. There we do see a force field. And the second one going down right there. More SCVs being forced off the line. And is he reinforcing? He's building another pylon right here. But really, while that did do really good harass on the worker count, he's going to lose all these sentries, or he should at least. He can't really deny this second expansion. He can deny mining up there, but really, if the Zealots start going to work on it, he can just lift up. Sentries is going to take down the supply. Going to take down supply depot. It looks like that Scarecrow is fully committed to this. More Zealots actually on the way, another 10, and so he desperately needs to get his shit in order. Francis needs to snipe off this probe. Yes, he does do so right there. And actually splitting up his army quite nicely from Francis, but it looks like he's not going to be microing too well. He's just kind of doing one group at a time, but it's not really working out for him. He should have just had all of his units in an arc right here and just started kiting normally. But looks like he'll be able to clean that up once again. Should really be putting down bunkers right now, because this is an all-in. You can feel it by the amount of Zealots he's throwing at it. And I guess he's thinking he's waiting for whatever the big gas unit is, but it's not going to be coming just because there's no gas income. Let's take a look at the income. Yeah, there's a little bit of gas income now. It looks like he's started on one of those guys again, sensing that this might be over quite soon. And just take a look at the minerals that Scarecrow currently has. He's adding on 3 more gateways in his production tab. More Zealots actually coming in, all with charge. And things are definitely not looking good for Francis from this, let's call it innovative play. I don't want to call it cheesy. It was pretty cool though. So it looks like the Zealots with charge are just going to be going crazy, working on the supply depots, more reinforcements coming in from the front side, taking out that Marauder, slicing him into pieces actually, and it's just going to be SCVs versus Zealots right now, and the Zealots win that every single time, especially with charge. And so now absolutely shutting down mining, last little sort of ragtag force coming out of Francis. He's got no more minerals to actually mine from, even with those meals. And while these Zealots go to work on the army, the worker count is also decreasing so hard. And Francis finally does succumb to this cheese. 2 more supply depots going down as well. So good game. Good game. Francis able to lose game 2, which will tie up the series 1-1. Thanks for watching. Please join me for game 3 if we're going to see any more sexy proxy shenanigans from our good friend Scarecrow. See ya.